I'm going to talk a little bit about responsibility, and that is the ability, simple, very simple, the ability to respond to any place, person, place, thing, situation, circumstance. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, as y'all know, I got my keys stolen with my wallet attached. Given the benefit of the doubt, there's a possibility they could have just been lost, but I doubt that because I always put my keys in the same place. My bag is huge, but it's a possibility that they could have just been lost, that somehow it fell out, or somehow it got thrown out with some garbage or something. But bottom line is I don't have them anymore, period. And so, ergo, responsibility, the ability to respond. Now, going forward, it looks like I'm getting robbed and stolen from and everything pretty frequently these days. So something's got to change. I got to do something differently. Um, and again, regarding responsibility, usually when you have these things that happen in your life that are unfortunate, a lot of times it slows us down because we're human. So that what that means is that we might have emotions attached to it, concerns attached to it, which are all a part of the emotional thing. But the reality of that is that you got to get rid of all of that. You got to be able to respond. You have to know that as a result of this, this is how I may respond or react. But this is what needs to happen. But these are other outcomes or situations that might happen because of that. Now, because I don't have my keys, I had to, first I was fortunate enough to be able to communicate with the owner. And he just advised me to contact him when I get there. So I think that means that he's going to let me in. I hope. But then there's the dilemma of getting into my room and the restroom. Now, what I'll probably end up having to do is to break into my room and the restroom. I have a spare key somewhere. And my attitude about it, I count it all joy. I look at the good part of it. And when I say I count it all joy, basically it means that because I have to break in there and it's going to be wide open, that means I have to be even more responsible and I think I have duplicate keys in there somewhere. That means that I have to get everything pristine, beautiful, like photo shoot ready. And then also, regarding the job things that I did today, me, I love quizzes and tests, and you know how they always have like the psychological tests and stuff whenever they have jobs these days. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all about that too. Like, probably like in 2000, if y'all noticed the transition when you started filling out paperwork, employment paperwork, um, the paperwork, the documents, the hiring documents or whatever, included, said it was like Department of Homeland Security. So your information is going to Homeland Security. Now, also, with all of these psychological and behavioral tests and behavioral interviews and things like that take place, again, that information also is submitted. And sometimes those behavioral tests go somewhere else, the ones that you take online, and they're all kept in the database. Now, I took a test called the Kogel test, and to me, it was just a way, from what I could tell, it was a way for another. All it was basically a way for another entity to collect information about me that I already knew. Because all that stuff that was in there when they gave the results, and I love psychological tests and stuff like that, because I just like to see how accurate they are, and how I feel about what they had to say. Now, when I took the test, it was not a real psychological test to me in the way that it would take your information and kind of it didn't do all of that. You basically told it these things and it told it back what you told them, And so for me, it was just, it was saying, your method, your motive of operating, your reasons you do how you do and how you do it. And so for me, it was all pretty much already known. I research, I plan, I try to eliminate risk, and I do it. I mean, but to me, that's common sense. I think that's what everybody. It doesn't tell me anything new about myself that I didn't already know, or something that, So I don't know, but I just didn't like it because to me, it's just collect your information and send it to somebody else for them to, not everything's for the good. I'll just put it at that. But anyhow, I'm waiting on this freaking bus, and again, I needed to address responsibility because when I get back, you know, he's telling me to call or text him. So I'm gonna need to respond to something. He might have something to say about the losing the keys or having the keys stolen. He might have something to say about the bills. He might have something to say about any number of things. And so I need to be able to respond. So I need to be prepared for the type of things that he might say. One, he might have something to say about the lost and stolen of the keys, and he always getting something lost and stolen. Um, you know, he might have something to say about the bills. He may have something to say about me keeping my items locked. So those are the three things. So how will I respond about the keys? I think really at this time of night is I'm tired. So basically just remain silent, listen. I understand what you're saying to me. I understand how that must feel. I will do my best to make changes so that it'll be better for everybody. That's it. And then if he wants something specific, I'll just have to say, it's late right now. If you could maybe give me 40, maybe give me a few days, or give me till Monday, or give me till Sunday, because Monday is a whole other story. I got a lot of stuff on Monday. Monday I got to go for fingerprinting and all this other stuff, and then I have to go to my night job. So if he gives me till Sunday I'll be able to give him a good, give me until like 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon if he needs a better response than that. So pretty much, I understand what you're saying, and I will, do my best to make it a better situation for all of us. If you need something more specific, I'll give you a more specific response by 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and that's it. So, anyways, I love y'all. I'm tired, and that's just what my response is. Understand, I'm gonna do, and specific. That's it. Understand, do, specific. So it's UDS, like you said, it's UDS. It's too late. I'm acting silly. You said it's UDS. Understand, do, specific. Understand, do, specific. You said it. So that's what it is. Anyways, good night, y'all. I have a couple of stuff that I didn't upload. If I make it in, I'll upload those. If not, they'll be happy memories just for me. Anyways, have a nice day. Bye.